is fine. You know, everyone will use that. I don't know. And then also every show there was 2 or 3 cameos from famous 1970s stars, which were hilarious. But everyone got $4,000 for showing up. We stayed at a hotel.
Per day?
No, you got $4,000 total for the 7 days, plus $500 if you did the reunion at the end of the week. So you got $4,500. But and then you got like your stipend was something like, I can't remember what it was, but it was like $80 or $90 a day food stipend. But they just gave it to you in your, no, was it $100 a day? Whatever it was, they gave you like $800 or $900 extra in your check. You buy your own food. They're like, this is your stipend, but we're not giving it to you. We're just putting it in your check so that you buy your own food. So you walked away with a check for like $5,300 plus the chips, plus the thing. It took a week. Plus it was like, just everyone got along. It was awesome every night. There was parties. Like, it was just really,
Are they going to
really
have
fun.
it again?
They're not, because the ratings were terrible. And the winning team got an additional $10,000, and they were there the exact same amount of time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like, my team was eliminated on the final day, but like the team that beat us, they got like $15,000 each for the week. Well, I mean, $15,000 for the week. Think what we're getting for 3 months. If you come in third on this show, you're getting like a little more than that. You know, like.
For 3 months.
And it took 8 days. Plus limos, transportation, everything was
That's
totally.
crazy.
It was so much fun. I can't tell
When
you.
was it?
3
It
months.
was exactly last summer.
Oh.
And it was me, Boogie, and then Will Weichel from Big Brother. And then but every show
Will
was
Weichel?
represented. Yeah.
Wasn't Diane on it too?
No, but she was there at the pool the first day I got there. It was like I'm telling you, it was so awesome. Like you got there the first day, the limo picked you up. They took you there, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Okay, Mr. Kirby, here's your key to your room, and here's your
Where was
go."
it at?
In Westlake Village, at a really nice hotel, not like the Universal Sheraton. And you go there, like Boogie and I instantly upgraded, and they gave us this big suite together. But like you go there, and you just there's wine in your room, and like a welcome card, like thanks for participating. Oh, and every day, here's the other thing, every day, all the clothes were from American Apparel. And every day you had your clothes brand new, ironed, new towels. You walked in, you had new shoes, new Nikes every day. Like
Wow,
everything
that
was
sounds
taken.
fun.
It was so much fun.
How
But I
did you
mean-
and Boogie get picked for it?
They just called me up and were like, "Will you do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, bring my Boogie." And they were like, "Cool, we'll do it." I was like, "I'll do it if you bring Boogie." Or he did it that
Did
to me.
Erin
I
do
can't
it?
remember. No, she didn't do it because she was working, and then she did the reunion show. But they asked her to do it. And that's where she and I met on the reunion show. But everyone, like, it was some MTV
Oh, that's
kids.
where you met?
Yeah.
Oh.
Some MTV kids, some Real World, like Real World, Road Rules, Amazing Race, Survivor, Big Brother. Everyone was
Sounds
represented.
fun.
It was so cool. But I mean, like, we would go, like, you were in a locker room, and then the screen would come on, and it's like, open up your lockers, and you'd open them up, and there'd be like wrist pads, eye gear, headgear, and it's like
But what kind
kickball.
of
It's like kickball, go, and you have to run out of the court and just start, or like dodgeball, and like you go
That's
out and you're just
fun.
playing. Instantly, you're playing dodgeball, and as soon as it's over, they have like all these trainers to like ice you down, and like because it was at Pepperdine, so they had like people there to help you like do stuff, like give
How
you
many reality stars were there?
40, and then
Really fun.
yeah, it was so much fun. And then then you have a break and you eat lunch, and
Like,
then
who
it's
was like the biggest reality star there?
Richard
besides
Hatch
you?
was there. He won Survivor, won. Sue Hawk was there. Joe Schmo.
Who's Joe Schmo?
He was on Joe Schmo show. His name is Matt
I don't know
Gould.
who that
It's
is.
the show where it was a fake show on Spike.
Oh, I remember that.
He was
That's
really
funny.
cool. A lot of American Idol kids. Someone from The Swan. From The Bachelor. Like all the major shows were represented.
Who else was there from Big Brother? Oh, Will Weichel.
Yeah. It was so weird. Like, no one introduced me to him, and like my team like barely ever played his team, so like I never even met him to the last day when his team was already eliminated. He was like, "Hey, my name's Will," and I was like, "Oh, what show are you from?" He's like, "Big Brother," and I was like, "Your name's Will, and you're from Big Brother? Is this a joke?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Oh, okay, nice to meet you."
I've met him before in New York.
He was
So
really nice. Yeah, he's a real
So
cool guy.
sweet.
It was so much different.
Was your friend Theo there?
Yeah, he was on my team too. So we were like, yeah, like we were like so excited.
Was Boogie on your team?
No, and Boogie's team sucked, and like they kept
Who
losing
was on
everything.
his team? Like just shitty players?
No, what happened is Boogie had the best team. He had my buddy Jervis from Survivor, who's
Mm-hmm.
an amazing athlete. And then he had the hot team. Then he had one of the girls from America's Next Top Model. He had Tina Fabulous from The Bachelorette. And then he had Jonathan Baker from The Amazing Race, who everyone hates. And then he
Who
had
was that?
this just really dick. And then he had, who else did he have? Oh, and then he had this kid from The Apprentice, Chris, who was cool as hell.
Chris.
I don't know.
I watched The Apprentice.
Really cool kid, Apprentice 1.
Oh.
Anyway, so he had this really solid team. They were really well balanced. And then the first day, they crushed everyone. And we were like, damn, that team's like going to dominate us. Because Jervis was like a super athlete. And then the next day, they lost this one specific contest. Another team won a specific contest, and they allowed 2 people to be removed from Boogie's team.
Oh, no.
So those people got traded to another team, and then 2 new people came in who sucked. One of them was from Average Joe. He's like this nerdy kid.
What's his name?
David Daskell. He was like this super nerdy guy and weird like hair. And then Boogie's team like just lost every single contest from then on out and was the first team eliminated. And like just got crushed in every game over.
Was the Adam guy from Average Joe there?
He was on my team.
I like him.
From Average Joe. Yeah, he was Adam Mesh.
I like him.
No, he wasn't on my team. The kid from Average Joe, Brian Worth from Boston. He was on the second one. He made it all the way to the finals with the hot girl. He was the nerd. Coolest guy you've ever met. Coolest. I mean,
Who
this
else
kid.
from Average Joe was there?
David Daskell, Brian Worth, and then Adam Mesh was not on our team, and he was not that nice.
He wasn't?
No, he was kind of, Theo got in a fight with him.
I loved him on the
Threw a
show. He's
ball
like,
into his
oh my
head.
God, I loved him.
But Brian Worth was awesome, and one of the contests was a dunk booth, and Brian. So Brian Worth grew up in Boston. He's like a huge Boston Red Sox fan, and he, from like certain times.
Give a fuck who the boss was like an announcer is. Like, care less. Do you mind?
It's a good place to put that.
Hell, I thought there was no chill town.
So anyway, he was a huge Boston Red Sox fan, and he got assigned to do this dunk booth, and we were like, oh man, like I hope he can do it. And he hit like 3 in a row, and I'm not doing a good job explaining it, but like the chances of him doing it was like exceedingly small. So our team like went up in rankings, but it was like his dream to be like a baseball pitcher, and he just crushed this one contest, and we were like so excited for him, and like we held him up. It was like it was really sweet.
Why were the ratings so bad?
Because
Wait, what channel was it on?
Bravo.
Oh.
I'll tell you exactly why. There was 40 people, and I thought it was going to smash in the ratings, but there was 40 people, and there was 4 teams, and it was the world's most confusing show because it wasn't like here's 14 house guests moving into Big Brother. Right. It was like here's 40 people from 7 different shows. They're all mixed up on different teams. Even like husband and wives were on different teams. And then like just like totally confusion. Like sometimes teams got traded, sometimes they got rearranged. Like if you miss an episode, you couldn't even figure out who was on whose team.
Oh, they should have just.
And then it was during Hurricane
Katrina. It's not like
Katrina.
watching like the Real World Road Rules challenges.
Exactly.
But
the problem was sometimes the other thing too is we did 3 games a day, and sometimes not everyone participated in every game, and you had to elect people on your team not to participate. So like you might have a team, like we were the green team, and sometimes like I might participate in 3 contests in a row. So I'd be in the entire episode, but the next episode, I would be in like 1 out of 3 contests. So if you had like a favorite player, they may or may not be. You're like, where the hell are they on this episode? It was just really confusing. And then not only that, but they had 3 announcers who were reality people, plus the main host, plus all.
Who was the host?
Mike Adamley. He's like a sports host guy, really good at what he did. But then there was also cameos from all these stars from like the 70s, like Lou Ferrigno, the guy from Greatest American Hero, J.J. Walker. So like they had to come in. It was just so many people, like totally confusing.
Too
Ricky
many people
Lake.
to like follow a story or
Unless
what's
you were
going on.
so far into it, you just were confused. But the thing is, they filmed it. They were like, "This is going to be awesome." And then I told you they contacted a few of us and were like, "We're going to do this again, and you're going to be a captain of a team, and we're going to have a draft, and we're going to bring everybody in. Like it's going to be like Janelle, Kaser, and they're going to be like, Will, you have 60 seconds to pick your first player." And I'm going to be like, you know, what like Jervis from Survivor, he's super athletic. Boom, my clock stops. Then the next captain, and it's a draft. And it
That'd
was
be
gonna,
awesome.
And they were going to do it every year. And we were like, I was so excited. I was like,
Then they canceled it.
It seems like
How
it's
bad were the
canceled.
ratings?
Just like, even for a Bravo show, like poor. Not like terrible, but just like, I guess for them, just not worth it to do it. not worth doing it. But it was going to be great because it was going to be like they were going to do it for. It was going to be like road rules. Like they were going to do it for the next 20 years, and just every year like add some people and add
Is
some
that how
people.
the
and
numbers
stuff.
start?
Yeah,
Why are they not going to do it anymore?
because the ratings were bad.
Really?